Hello everyone, my name is Mary Korn and this is my graduate project for Advanced Performance Management Winter 2021 session, Amberton University. The presentation covers the development and design of an effective performance management system using technology for a global company in Australia within an individual performance review that focuses on both team and individual contributions. Hypothesis. The performance review process will require a substantial change to be relevant in today's organization. Agenda. Literature reviews with limitation of studies. Performance management in Australia. International business with Australian offices can sometimes find themselves in trouble when managing staff. Australia has very strict rules regarding the protection of their workforce. It is vital that international businesses prepare themselves and adopt a performance management system that is fair to workers and compliant with the law. Performance management system for Woolworths Group. Woolworths Group is Australia's #1 food retailer. Woolworths specializes in supermarkets and general consumer stores and engages in the procurement of food, liquor, and other products. Continuous performance management. This is a performance management process that occurs throughout the year on an ongoing basis. Performance appraisal for fresh team members. This new system will provide more opportunities to recognize performance and keep employees engaged. This presentation will cover the part of the system used for the fresh team members of Woolworths. These employees are on the front line in stores as cashiers, stockers, and warehouse team members. The performance management system includes opportunities for management to provide coaching, feedback, and conducting performance review meetings. Methodology used, suggestions and recommendations, followed by conclusion and references. Literature Review 1. Performance Management and Evaluation Meets Culture and Politics, Australia's Experience. This research is on the discipline results-based approach that performance management takes on in Australia. It was studied by reviewing policy and program evaluation, its role in accountability and basis for evidence-based policymaking, looking at whether policy and programs should be evaluated only against their own goals or more broadly. Is evaluation mainly a tool for government to assess its own performance and of the public service? Or if there is a wider accountability for framework, and if there is, how should this be constructed? How should management of evaluations within the public service be structured and organized? The researchers conclude that new technologies and big data can significantly boost the capacity of policy to be evidence-based and programs to be better managed and evaluated. They also can significantly enhance the scope for interactions with citizens, in particular with respect to the openness of government, through enabling the public to more easily access information on what government is doing and to information on policy and program evaluations. They provide an opportunity to put into the hands of the community the information which would enable them to make their own evaluations of the performance of government. The limitations on this research consist of only looking at this from the public service view and not the private sector. I believe that understanding how the government approaches performance management gives way to a better understanding when looking at the employee performance management in Australia. Literature Review 2. Individual Work Performance Management Model. This research covers how the long-term and holistic approach to employee development is vital for achieving the performance of individuals and of the organization. This research explores the connection between the individual constructs of the conceptual model on individual performance management of employees. Results show that the use of comprehensive employee development methods very positive influences on employee satisfaction at work, individual performance, and psychic well-being. The individual employee performance model design was based on mentoring, coaching, sponsorship, and intergenerational collaboration methods. This method shows how development methods influence performance, job satisfaction, and the mental well-being of employees. The limitation of the author's measurement instruments in regards to comprehensive employment development methods is what we're lacking here in this research. It only investigated the Slovenian service sector companies and not all sectors. This study provides information on results of positive performance management when the focus is on the employee. Performance management in Australia. When managing a business with Australian staff, managing under strict employment laws of Australia can be challenging. The Fair Work Act provides for terms and conditions of employment, sets out rights and responsibilities of employees, employers, and organizations in relation to said employment. It provides for compliance with and enforcement of the Act and its administration. The Act also offers a guaranteed safety net of fair, relevant, and enforceable minimum terms and conditions through the National Employment Standards, Modern Awards, and National Minimum Wage Orders. Some performance reviews serve as a record to validate a notice of corrective action due to poor performance. These types of discussions on performance and progress can be negative and sensitive for both parties involved. There is the potential for allegations of bias and discrimination or other unjust or illegal actions in the review. The procedures and responsibilities for employees and employers outlined in the Fair Work Act of 2009 are known as the National Workplace Relations System. The reason for this system is to provide a balanced framework for productive workplace relations which promotes national economic prosperity and social inclusion for all Australians. This means it was put in place for the good of all and does not come with any biased perspectives. The Fair Work Act defines adverse action as unlawful if it includes doing or threatening such things as dismissing an employee, changing their position to their disadvantage, or discriminating against them. There are several actions that an employer might take that would be viewed as adverse. On occasion, the Federal Court of Australia found employers disregarding the Fair Work Act's general protection provisions. Australian employment law makes a difference between bad performance and bad conduct. Bad performance is when an employee does not complete tasks to the required standard. Bad conduct is when they are always late or acting inappropriately among other staff. Formal counseling should be used when issues of misconduct or issues of performance are more serious. Formal counseling requires written notice to be sent to the employee before meeting with the manager. This notice includes the notice itself that the employee is required to attend formal counseling, meeting date and location, the names and titles of everyone invited to the meeting. The employee is allowed to bring a support person. The reason for the meeting outlined, subject of performance or misconduct, and a written outline of the corrective process adopted at the meeting. Afterward, the employee is provided with a chance to respond. Depending on the reason for the meeting, a formal improvement plan was created and agreed on. If the employee does not follow the plan, another notice is given along with a new plan. This process is repeated twice before termination is considered. These steps are to be followed by overseas businesses when they manage employees in Australia to avoid unfair dismissal claims, ensure staff are treated fairly, and protect the business. Performance Management System for Woolworths Group. The proposed performance management system is online with customizable performance appraisal templates. The performance appraisal templates capabilities include various choices like multiple choice, yes or no, drop-downs, ratings 1 through 5, and short narratives with a maximum of 250 words. Within this system, the documents are electronically signed and forwarded to the next level of management. The application can produce workflows and reporting to ensure the managers stay on track and schedule the check-ins and quarterly appraisal review meetings. The processes for this system include check-ins with employees that can be initiated by either at any time. These can be done via email, phone calls, or any virtual media available. This frequency will allow the employee and manager to touch base on short-term goals, address questions that come up from daily work, and feedback regarding the employee's performance. When discipline issues come up, they can be addressed immediately instead of waiting for a formal review. Notes regarding these check-ins and the quarterly performance reviews are entered into the performance management system for review at any time. When an employee is onboarded, they meet with their manager to discuss all particulars of their job, such as locations, expectations, time, and schedules. The results are recorded into the system as the first meeting, including the goals of the employee. The performance agreement is signed and acknowledges the beginning of the employee's career. New employees need to understand what their job is and what is expected of them. The agreement is prepared by the employer with human resources assistance and includes a list of job responsibilities, objectives to be achieved during the appraisal cycle, performance indicators showing the level of achievement it expects for each objective, and expected performance standard for each indicator. Continuous performance management. This is a performance management process that happens on an ongoing basis throughout the year instead of the traditional annual reviews. Feedback occurs more frequently, and managers and subordinates develop a better working relationship. Annual reviews are less effective than continuous performance management. It should be a daily task for every manager. Set. This is where goals and objectives are set and complete on the onboarding with performance agreement. Monitor. Track goal process, development plan, conduct quarterly reviews, and track goal process. Plan. Compensation planning begins. Gather multi-rater feedback. Evaluate. Conduct employee self-assessment, calibrate performance scores, and conduct formal review meeting. And adjust. Assign merit adjustments, conduct employee reviews, and perform gap analysis. It is a program that requires the support of human resources, upper management, immediate supervisors, and employees. Employees should contribute and collaborate on goals and meetings. Managers must provide feedback regularly along with coaching. Leaders are obligated to ensure that the performance plan in place gets the proper support and company-wide communication, contributing to the system's success. Performance appraisal for fresh team members. Each employee is different. Therefore, they are motivated, receive feedback, and want to be recognized in various ways. Managers must observe and adapt their approach to reflect these differences. If an employee is made aware that they are valued, it shows in their work behavior, and they are more engaged. The quarterly performance appraisals for the fresh team members will be geared toward their responsibilities and how they are performing. 360-degree feedback will be collected and covered in reviews. This will be the manager's opportunity to provide coaching in the areas that the employee needs improvement. The performance review objective is to improve individual performance with an effective two-way communication between employees and their supervisors. The intended outcome is improved efficiency in the workplace. The fresh team members are the individuals who work in the supermarkets meeting the customer's needs. The hours are 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday. The job requirements stated that employees need to be flexible and available to work outside the required hours and might be required during peak trading periods. The right attitude is everything. Genuine passion for food and shopping, customer-first mentality, love of teamwork and growing with others, flexibility and adaptability to change, willingness to work, and reliability. The review process encompasses improving performance in the context of corporate goals and organization's culture. This improves the employee's understanding of work duties and performance standards. Giving feedback on performance, identify training and development needs, and plans to address these needs. To reward performance, exceeding expectations with salary increases, and provide a fair basis to identify and manage unsatisfactory performance. Methodology. The literature reviews for this project involved collecting and synthesizing information from international sources on the topic of performance management in Australia. The researchers summarized the information based on its practical use in creating a sound performance management system for an international organization. Development of a performance management system for the 21st century. The performance management system was developed with an interdisciplinary approach using continuous performance management and 360-degree performance feedback. Suggestions and recommendations. Provide supervisors with training and a toolkit to use when completing performance appraisals and information on how to provide employee recognition. Setting up an online peer-to-peer recognition program to keep the conversation going. Build intuitive goal conversation templates to include in the review process. Ensure employees have the opportunity to collaborate on setting clear, aligned, and motivating goals. And provide consistent training and support for all employees. Conclusion and implications to the 21st century. In closing, I believe that the alternative to getting rid of the employee performance review would be to update the management system and bring it into the 21st century. Now more than ever, change is needed with the business slowly coming back on board from the pandemic. There have been many losses, and it will take the human resources departments a great deal of strategy to move forward. They will want to retain their valuable employees and look into bringing in new candidates once business has picked up. This is the time to structure the performance management system to groom the new generation of the workforce. A management system that keeps the employees engaged reflects on the organization's success. A year is too long in this agile way of doing business. Employees want more than just pay. They are looking for careers with the passion and excitement they deserve. Thank you.